Good evening and welcome to another NEFL matchup for the Granite State Destroyers. They are back on the road. This time they find themselves in the number one seed's home turf, hoping to show signs of a future foundation being built. My name is Aiden Jameson. Welcome to Braintree High School here in, you guessed it, Braintree, Massachusetts. Tonight's matchup is David versus Goliath, the undefeated number one seed in the Colonial Conference, one of the best teams in the country. The New England Bombers welcoming in the last seed in the conference, the 0-6-1 Destroyers. GSD has had their ups and downs this season, being faced with a ton of injury and not having the season they hoped for, but they have a shining light within their brotherhood, and that's a young core of guys they have that have joined this team and already made an impact. Guys like Matt Boldick, Christian Smith, Frankie Rodriguez, Jaden Hahn, Sean McGarvey. Names that veterans like Cruz Camaridis, Tyler Shattuck, Dylan Bagley, Aaron Davis, and Chris Martin feel comfortable handing the keys to. The rest of the season is really just going to be built off of internal victories for the Destroyers. Has a muffed kickoff there. Matt Boldick on the recovery gets sticked at, looks like, about the 25-yard line. So now these teams get set here with the Destroyers starting on offense first. Out of that return for Matt Boldick, lets the offense start off of their drive here on, like I said, about the 25-yard line. We see the offensive huddle here, getting ready to get their plays off. The Destroyers team, as I said, 0-6-1 to start so far this year here in Week 8. Team looking to pull in their first win. They're coming off a 32-0 loss versus Mill City. Chris Shattuck is quarterbacking the team this week. Looks like it's going to be a handoff to John Maher to start things off. That's going to be a big TFL here for the Bombers. Looks like that one was Dunstan Payne, linebacker for the Bombers. Got back there, getting a TFL early in this one. The Destroyers have had some trouble getting their offense off to a rhythmic start so far this season. Here in the first quarter, first drive for the Destroyers. This is the second play. We see a motion cross the face of Chris Martin and John Maher in the backfield. They are going to draw the false start from the Bombers, I believe. A few flags come out. Possibly a false start. It is. It's going to be a false start here on the Destroyers, trying to get the Bombers to jump, and it goes the opposite way there. Not what they were intending on that one. It's going to move them back 5. The Bombers defense here trying to call out the motion early. Destroyers been heavy favorites of a motion first offense at this point in the season. Dropping back and trying to throw on the inside there was almost a diving interception for the Bombers. That one, Dexter Newsom, the intended target. Dexter Newsom, I should say, was the almost interceptor for the Bombers. Intended target looked like to be Matt Boldick underneath. So now this first drive, 2nd and 10, is what I'm getting up on the scoreboard. We actually have a scoreboard this week. Now we'll see the drop back here from Martin looking to pass. He's going to push it downfield. That one trying to be a one-on-one shot to Sean McGarvey early in the game. It's something we haven't really seen from the Destroyers too much this year. They often were waiting to try to push risks down the field and try to attempt to take the top off the defense. So far in this one, they were trying to do that on a 3rd and 10, which is what it was. Now a 4th and 10 brings out the punt unit. Does not look like Picasso Bates was able to travel with the team this week. It leaves Cruz Comaridis back there to punt. So now the punt from Cruz gets underway and bounces at about the 47. It's recovered quickly by the Bombers, but then the defense for the Destroyers gets there in a hurry. So as the offense for the Bombers takes the field and will be able to take over at, it looks like the 49-yard line, the opposite 49. They'll have 11 minutes and 58 seconds here in the first quarter to work with. We'll be right back. Welcome back. My name is Aiden Jameson. We're here at Braintree High School in Braintree, Massachusetts, with the New England Bombers taking on the Granite State Destroyers. It was an empty set for Jeff Costa, who's going to take a quick screen out to Dre Williams. Dre Williams trying to take the sideline, is going to try to cut inside of a block, and he does. Looks like a one-play touchdown for the Bombers. Dre Williams takes a quick smoke screen, gets underneath it all, and goes the distance. So the Bombers up 6-0 just like that. First offensive play of the drive. We'll see their extra point attempts get ready to go here. Getting out there to kick, Stephen Goodrich. As the extra point is up, and it is through the uprights. So that will make it 7-0 in favor of the Bombers here very early on. It was a Dre Williams smoke screen that he got right underneath all the defenders, got perfect blocking, hit the sideline, and was able to score. So 7-0. New England Bombers. We'll be right back. Welcome back here as we get ready to watch the Bombers kick this one off following a Dre Williams catch and run touchdown. We'll see the kick get off here, and it's caught short. That looks like Christian Smith. Christian Smith has a few blockers out in front. He's going to drop the kicker. Christian Smith hits the sideline. That's going to be a touchdown for the Destroyers. What a way to answer it back. Destroyers catch and run on the return. Makes it 6-7 now. The earliest we've seen them put points up on the board this season. What a run. That was Christian Smith who caught it just a little bit short. Was able to take it the distance. Not a bad way to start this game off. 11 minutes and 22 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And the Destroyers are going to make it a tied game very early on. Christian Smith been able to do a little bit of everything so far this season. As that one from Daly is up and good. So we got a tie game, ladies and gentlemen. Jordan Daly, 100% on his field goals, 100% on onside conversions. And now 4 for 5 on the extra points so far this season. Been doing his thing, and so has the team, and now a tied game. Welcome back here to Braintree High School in Braintree, Massachusetts. My name is Aiden Jameson, and as we have a tied game, Jordan Daly is going to go for the onside kick. It bounces at about the 45 and hits out of bounds, so that will be where the Bombers offense takes over. The first onside kick so far that Daly's not been able to put in play for the team. But what a way to answer the defensive touchdown given up on a one-play score. Get a short kickoff and just take it the distance. Christian Smith played running back for the Destroyers earlier in the year. Knows how to read his blocks. Looked downfield, was able to do just that. So now this will bring out the Bombers offense. Buhalufa takes a run here and breaks free on another one-play touchdown for the Bombers. Not having to put any sort of drives together so far in this one. The Bombers one-play run, cut up the inside, had the lane. Buhalufa had the speed, makes it 13-7. So now we'll see the Bombers going to go for another extra point here. Took no time at all for them to get down the field and score. That was their backup running back, Buhalufa. So far this season has 30 carries, 180 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So the extra point attempt here from Goodrich. Gets his eyes down. It looked like it was tipped a bit by the Destroyers, but able to get through the uprights nonetheless. So 14-7 here. 11 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Bombers up. We'll be right back. Welcome back here. Following the one-play Bomber touchdown will be their kickoff. It is 14-7 here in the first quarter with 11 minutes to go. Destroyers ready to return this one, hoping to replicate the same success from their last special teams trip. This one back and into the hands of Matt Boldick. Boldick trying to change sides, slips behind one defender before being brought down at around the 25. They'll place him here at the 27-yard line is where they'll start their drive offensively. We see now Bonilla in the backfield joining the offense here for the second drive. That first drive for the Destroyers resulted in a punt following a few TFLs from the Bombers defense. And, this Bombers team, guys like CK Miles, has got elite defenders in the secondary, guys that are able to fly around and make stuff happen. We'll see here Chris Martin, again, with Bonilla in the backfield and trips to his left now. Is going to be a play-action pass. Martin trying to slip up and get a space to run. Does not find it. Trips up on his offensive line. There and gets brought down. So brings up second and long here. It's like second and 13. Chris Martin was listed as the third-string quarterback at the beginning of the season, but was really the starting slot wide receiver for the team. Following, Jaden Hahn getting a shoulder injury just a few weeks ago, he's had to jump in quickly to the number 2 quarterback spot and fill in right behind Jaden Hahn if he's not ready to go this week. Hahn not ready to go. So Martin helming the team. Has trips to his right. Elias in the backfield. Sees a blitz coming from CK Miles. Is able to get the handoff up the field quickly. Miles, a defender for the Bombers, wearing number 3, usually a slot corner. So far this season, 45 tackles, a sack, 2 fumble recoveries, 2 picks, 2 touchdowns, a TFL, and 10 pass breakups. So having an all right year. Also, thing for the Destroyers is that this team cannot wait to start throwing the ball downfield until they're down 3 scores like they usually do, and they haven't done that in this game. They already took a shot to McGarvey's side. It was a little underthrown, not able to get a true jump ball for McGarvey. We see Martin just going to get that one out of the backfield, a one-hand reception for Elias, able to keep the play alive, gain some positive yardage. Guys really able to make something out of nothing on most plays. Looks like they're going to send out the punt unit here on this 4th and looks like about 8. So they will send out the punt unit. Just one more thing about Bonilla, really in the backfield for the Destroyers. He's that workhorse guy. They can get him going early. He can break it for some big runs. Just needs the blocks to keep up on the backside and for the receivers to be very active. Keep the secondary out of the play. Let those backside lanes open up. We'll see the punt from Cruz Camaridis here. Get this one off. Looks like it's going to land just out of bounds. Shattuck and Baskin there. Running the gunner positions on the outside, respectively. We'll see both the defender or the Destroyers' defensive side and the Bombers' offensive side take the field. We'll take a minuscule break. Welcome back here. as it is an empty set for the Bombers. Jeff Costa, quarterbacking the team, is going to call a motion from way outside. The snap is very low. The pass rush gets there instantly. I think Bob Cody was the first one to get back there. Adam Olson also in the mix on that play. So now after being moved way back, they're going to stay in that empty set with Costa. It's going to be that quick screen out to Dre Williams, who's going to hit the sideline again. Looks like he's picking up speed and trying to get out in front. He is caught from behind. That was Frankie Rodriguez, who was able to get a great pursuit angle there. Didn't let Dre Williams take that edge fully. Now 6 minutes and 45 seconds to go here in the first. It's third down for the Bombers. First third down that they've been in. First drive that they've had to put together. It's 14-7 still in this one. We see motion again from the outside. Costa drops back, steps up into the pocket, trying to make something out of nothing, still with his eyes downfield. Lost that to a wide open Bomber, and that's going to be a touchdown. That one, Thomas Billin. Another score in the end zone for the Bombers makes it 20-7. Billin so far this year, 30 catches, 480 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Make that touchdown number 8 for number 19. The extra point getting up and ready to go here. 6 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Snap is out there. Looked like Frankie Rodriguez got that edge to block it. Does not get his hands out in front. So that is good for the Bombers. Makes it 21-7. We'll be right back. Welcome back here. I do want to make a correction as we come back here to Braintree High School in Braintree, Massachusetts. The extra point was no good on that side, so that makes it 20-7, not 21-7. As the clock continues to roll here, under 6 minutes now remain in the first quarter. We'll see the kickoff getting ready to go here for the Bombers. And it's fielded cleanly by the Destroyers. It's Matt Boldick looking for blocks on the far right side. Gets brought down at, looks like the 33, maybe even the 34-yard line. They are going to place him at the 34-yard line is where the Destroyers' offense will start their drive. Destroyers offense breaks their huddle here. It is 20-7 for this team. Chris Martin with Bonilla in the backfield and trips to his left. It's going to be a straight dive handoff. It's like potentially a one yard gain there. Was able to climb the pocket and get just over the line of scrimmage. You know, yardage is yardage at this point in the game. You just want to try to move the ball consistently and let your team get down there. The O-line so far today has done a great job of communicating. I feel like they've picked up on that throughout the season and really built a great foundation to build off of. Big thing we are really looking for them now is just stay awake on all 4 plays. Don't let any quick pass rush get back there and disrupt Chris Martin. It's going to be a quick pitch out to Bonilla. Bonilla is going to barrel through the line there. Picks up about 5. So now that will bring up what looks like 3rd and 6 here. They spotted him a bit shorter. So now a 3rd and manageable for the Destroyers offense. They're able to get out there. Chris Martin here. Going to drop back, just hand straight off the middle for Bonilla. Is pointing for a first down carry. Looks like he'll be spotted a yard short. Makes it 4th and 1. Head coach Raymond Reedy electing to keep the offense out there. So now with it being 20-7, and you know, following the special team score, you had Christian Smith catch a short kick return and take it with perfect blocking all the way at that far sideline, head up and score. So that'll be the earliest we've seen the Destroyers score so far this year. They made it 7-7 following a quick touchdown from the Bombers, a 1-play touchdown from the Bombers. Bombers quickly answered with another 1-play touchdown, and then we're able to put a drive together to get it. It looks like they're trying to get a quarterback sneak here. We'll see what the referee spots them at. It looks like they could be short. Could be a turnover on downs here for the Destroyers. It looks like Chris Martin, reached that ball over. Close referee completely disagrees with me, spotting him a full yard short, where it looks like he started the reach and was able to extend past the first down marker, but referees are able to see the field better than I am. Brings out the Bombers offense. We'll take a quick break. Like I said, a quick break. Bombers are ready to get going. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. That one, Boo Halufa. Boo Halufa was the running back that was able to break free and get that quick strike for a touchdown on their second drive. Now Costa dropping back is going to look downfield, and that one dropped. Damon Boleyn, who was able to sneak open on a broken play and score a touchdown earlier for the Bombers on their third drive, right there, drops a beaut of a pass from Costa. Honestly, can't ask your quarterback to throw a better pass in coverage. So now the handoff, Boo Halufa, going to make a move on the outside, gets taken down. Frankie Rodriguez tattoos him about 15-yard line there. It's a great job from Rodriguez using momentum to hit stick him. just a bit there. Now it's going to be a drop back for Costa. He's just going to rip it underneath to the tight end, who's going to sit Frankie Rodriguez down. Bob Cody able to come over, clean up the mess. That one, Bobby Goldsby. We'll see motion from Dre Williams before the handoff to Boo Halufa, who's just spinning off of tackles, still not able to get brought down. And that's his second of the day. Looks like he crossed the goal line there. So I've not seen hand signals from the referees. I believe they did call him down, actually, so he will be down. That's a first and goal for the Bombers. With 10 seconds remaining in the first quarter, I wonder if they'll be able to get a playoff in time. Potentially just let this one go out. Three seconds remaining here with the clock stopped. Looked like a timeout was called from the Bombers. Costa dropping back to throw this one. He's just going to step up in the pocket, rips it between two potential receivers, and it's dropped by both of them. So that will be the first quarter. Bombers up 26-7. As we'll be back with the second. Going to come back just a bit early here. Welcome back to the second quarter here, the last quarter of the first half before we take a 15-minute break at the end. I will make small reminders throughout as we get closer and closer to that, but we are going to take a 15-minute break over halftime with the players, make sure we charge everything we got here so we can bring you the second half action uninterrupted. Currently, it's 26-7 in favor of the Bombers. We'll see them kick the ball off here. That one is going to be brought in by Sean McGarvey. McGarvey there was flipping it to the head referee, who I don't think caught that one. So we'll send the offense out to start their drive at around the 17-yard line. Chris Martin still quarterbacking for the team. The Destroyers coming off a 32-0 loss versus Mill City. Martin and Shattuck played quarterback in that one. Both of them combined for a net gain of 1 yard. Boldick had 3 catches for overall 0 yards, with him running backwards on some plays and some passes being screens. Then he had 2 runs for 20 yards. Bonilla had 13 carries for 22 yards in that one. So hoping for better offensive success in this game. So far, being down 3 scores here. It's going to be a quick snap into a handoff for Bonilla there, who's trying to ride the outside of the line of scrimmage, not able to get push up front. Leaves it 2nd and 9. Chris Martin going back out there with the play. So far for the Destroyers, their first 2 drives both ended in punts. They have been trying to push the ball downfield a lot more in this game, though, trying to test the Bombers' defensive backs early, going with a shot deep to Sean McGarvey that was not able to connect. You'll see McGarvey here on the left side of your screen. And now, looks like it's going to be a timeout for Granite State. C.K. Miles thought that he timed his blitz perfectly. A little upset that he wasn't able to get in there. Now discussing to the refs what happened with the timeout. As they take a quick break, so will we. We'll be right back. We are back from timeout here. The Destroyers 2nd and 9 in the second quarter, 13 minutes and 31 seconds to go. It's 26-7 still in this one. Chris Martin looked like he was trying to hand that one off to Bonilla. Ended up pulling it himself and trying to pick up a few. Looked like he just got back to the line of scrimmage where the referees are going to be placing him. And it looks like that there's going to be a timeout here for the head officials due to an injury. Looks like it is the Destroyers. As soon as we get more information, we will provide it. We're going to take a quick break. As he jumped right back up, I believe, yes, that was Pat Jones, offensive lineman for the Destroyers, was having some ankle irritation at practice this Wednesday. Looks like he could have re-aggravated that same ankle here in the game. Under 13 minutes of play remaining here in the first half. It is still 26-7 in favor of the Bombers. We'll see the offense in that tight trips formation they've been known to run. It's going to be a quick snap rollout here for Chris Martin, who's going to push it downfield. Was trying to force it to Sean McGarvey on the sideline there, and it looked like it could have been intercepted by the Bombers, as it is. That one is intercepted by the Bombers. That one, Mekhi Baskin, defensive back for the team, was able to close the distance there. It was a congested throw for Martin nonetheless. Makes it 26-7 here with the Bombers taking over. Costa and company. Looks like it's Bobby Goldsbeat and Boo Halufa in the backfield. Costa dropping way back is going to take a shot on the outside there. It's caught by Dre Williams. Was blanketed in coverage by Cruz Camaritas, still able to hang on to it and trying to reach for a few extra on the end of the play. A strike of a pass from Costa. So far today has been able to hit the back of his drop and know exactly when to climb the pocket. Pressure from the Destroyers has not been kind to the Bombers' offensive line. It's gotten back there on the edges. Now here, all day to throw is going to be a strike in the middle of the field. That time had plenty of decision-making to go through. Ended up connecting with George Smith. That makes it 32-7 here in favor of the Bombers. We see the extra point attempt getting out there underway. Goodrich is going to make his way to kick it. He was practicing his kicks on the sideline. The extra point attempt, or actually this is a 2-point attempt here for the Bombers. Costa rips it to Williams. This was a catch-turn throw for Costa, who took a shot at the end of the play. Bob Cody being taken out of the circle there. It looked like he was just trying to check on the play. Frankie Rodriguez stepping up for his guy. And as it looks like it's going to be another injured player, potentially jumping right back up. We see some words being exchanged between the Destroyers and the Bombers there. And it looks like Cruz Camaridis, the president of the team, being talked to by the head officials about the rest of his squad. The Bombers also being talked to by the officials. Looks like the kickoff team for the Bombers is getting ready to get going. Both sidelines in a heavy mix. Destroyers still being talked to. Looks like Cruz Camaridis is getting an earful from the head referees there. And now head coach Raymond Rizzi out there to let his player head to the sideline, trying to become the ear himself for the referee. Doesn't want his player to have to take on that unnecessary stress from the referees here early in this game. It is 34-7 following that 2-point conversion here with just under 9 minutes to go, about 8 minutes and 51 seconds remaining here in the first half. We'll remind that at the end of the first half, we are going to end stream just for 15 minutes to take that halftime break with the rest of the teams here, and then we will be right back with second half action, hopefully fully charged and ready to get right back with you all. See the kickoff now for the Bombers. It is caught. Looks like Matt Boldick, recovering again, is going to get as much as he can before stepping out of bounds. Looks like that will be at the 31-yard line where the offense will take over. And, it's either the distance at which the ball is being kicked or just the return ability from the Destroyers, but they have not started too many drives behind the 25. Only one drive they started behind the 25, and that was last one that they ended in an interception. So now coming out here for their fourth drive as they get their play going. We'll take a quick break. Destroyers offense getting out to get set. It is that tight trips formation here. Elias moving to the right of Martin. He's going to take the toss, cut up inside the block, and it looks like he lost the ball at the end of the play there. Bombers potentially with the recovery, but it looks like Elias at that play took a shot and is down on the ground. is 34-7 currently with 8 minutes and 7 seconds to go. Have the camera pulled off, and we'll take a quick break and update once we find more information. So Bonilla popped right back up and is now walking off on his own volition. Is going to head to the sideline to make sure that he is all set. See John Maher check in as running back here as he was in the first drive. So 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go. The clock is going to be running clock, I believe, as they did not stop it for that timeout, that injury timeout, I should say. We'll see the motion come across the face of Martin and Maher. Again, a quick snap. Maher trying to break outside there. It looks like the blocks were on the inside in front of him. He's trying to bounce it for extra yardage. So that will be a loss of yards for the Destroyers to start this drive. So now on the 30, it is 3rd and 11. Under 7 minutes of play to go. It'll be Shattuck and McGarvey to the left of your screen. Huffman and Boldick at the top. Martin dropping back to pass is going to take a shot downfield, and that one is dropped at the end by Boldick. Was trying to field that pass, and it looked like he got underneath it, and that hit him in the hands. He slapped his helmet at the end of the play, insinuating that he felt that was his fault. So that one out of the hands of Boldick there. It would have been a huge chunk play. Martin put it right where it needed to be. So now 34-7. And the punt unit out for the Destroyers. Frankie Rodriguez, the far gunner. Chris Martin going to be a personal protector. The Destroyers, with the personnel they got, it's anybody at any given position here at this point, as Cruz Palmares is going to avoid some defenders there before getting that one deep. Dre Williams on the return is going to look for blockers out in front. He's across midfield, has a few blockers in front, is trying to take that one. He gets just a bit inside, and he's able to cross the goal line and score. I apologize for the angle here. We do have a window just to the left of us, as there is some flags that came out at just around midfield. Potentially some discussion to be had at where that play will be stopped. Dre Williams caught quick speed as he got across the 50, was able to climb the pocket of blockers and then cut inside last second to put 7 on the board. Looks like the offense is going to come out on the field, so the flag will send them back. You see the steps being moved back here. So it looks like unsportsmanlike was what they called on that one. As it is 34-7, they take that 6 off the board. As we see a handoff, Boo Halufa now bouncing on the outside, tries to shake free of Tyler Shattuck. Shattuck got low, was able to wrap up the legs of Boo Halufa and brings him down. Looks like that one was about a 5-yard carry, 5 or 6-yard carry. And they'll place him at the 6 side of that carry. So now 4 yards to go. We'll see the Destroyers here. A motion comes across the face. There'll be a smoke screen out wide. Williams able to read his blocks and shake free for a few extra. As it looks like some words exchanged at the end of the play is resulting in a scrap. That was very late in the play. Looked like some unsportsmanlike conduct from both sides potentially as flags come out. We see the players for both sides pretty frustrated. Few players for the Bombers not happy with all the stoppages in play. A lot of the Destroyers players not happy with the stoppages in play. It's a lot of the veteran guys to the Destroyers side of things. So now the refs discussing here. Head coach Raymond Rizzi trying to go over and speak his mind is shooed away by the referees, which you don't see happen too early in a game like this. It's like Coach Harper trying to pull his top defender in as Cruz Palmeritis, the last to walk over to the sideline. Bombers now close to their sideline as well. Referee's trying to make a decision. We're going to take a quick break. So following the discussion from the officials, looks like it is going to be unsportsmanlike on both sides. Assessed to a player on the Destroyers and assessed to a player on the Bombers. As the clock is going to roll, they are going to have this be running clock at least for the remainder of the first half. Probably going to let that continue into the second half just with how the game is being played so far. The offense for the Bombers is out on the field. Destroyers' defense is out there to combat them. Looks like officials are still discussing here. It is second and very long here for the Bombers. like it's 2nd and 23, if I just counted correctly. I am a communications major, so not going to trust myself there. Oh, perfect. They are moving the sticks just as I finish counting. So looks like it's just going to be 1st and 10 starting from midfield. So 1st and 10, under 4 minutes of play remaining. It is 34-7. Motion from the Bombers out wide. Costa dropping back is going to rifle it underneath. Boleyn trying to take the sideline is forced out of bounds by Christian Smith, the touchdown scorer for the Destroyers. And if you missed it at the beginning of the first quarter, following a one-play touchdown for the Bombers after a punt from the Destroyers, Christian Smith on the kick return caught it at around the 40-yard line and then took it all the way for a touchdown. As Costa pump fakes there, actually releases. That one thrown out of bounds. Some holding calls were being tossed out verbally by the Destroyer sideline. Jeff Costa, very comfortable in the pocket, rocking 2 gloves as a quarterback. A little Teddy Bridgewater action is probably why he wears number 5. Costa and Buhalufa in the backfield. Goldsby in that wing T formation. Sets up Buhalufa. Takes a shot from the side. Bob Cody able to get up there and bring him down. As we're about to hit the 2-minute warning here. As it is the 2-minute warning here in the first half. I doubt that they'll take a real break for it. Now the Bombers offense back out there. Costa and Buhalufa in the backfield. Trips to their right. It's going to be a screen to Williams. Frankie Rodriguez able to spin and throw him out of bounds for a big TFL. Frankie Rodriguez, part of that young core that is the shining part of this Destroyers team so far coming into today. 22 tackles, 2 TFLs, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. Now we're going to see Costa dropping back, pushing it way downfield. That one, a catch. George Smith right over the top is going to warm himself up with the fireball there. The strike comes at exactly 60 seconds remaining. So with exactly a minute left here in the first half, it is 40-7 currently before the extra point. We are going to be taking a 15-minute break at halftime just to accompany the teams here and make sure all of our gear is charged. And we'll be right back right here on YouTube for the second half action of this one. Thank you so much for watching and sticking along with us so far. Goodrich, kicker for the Bombers. Back to get this one up and away. Looks like he does there. It is called good. It is 41-7. Again, we are going to be taking a 15-minute break at the end of this minute and then be back with second half action following that. We'll be right back at the special teams. The whistle will send us back here from the head official. It is 41-7. Thank you so much for watching so far of this first half. My name is Aiden Jameson. We are going to be coming back in the second half following a 15-minute break at the end. We only have a minute left of first half action. So the kick here is up and away. Is going to be caught out of bounds there by James Menace. Menace is going to be out on. Oh, no, he's actually just going to be sent out to go pick up the ball that he threw out to the official that did not catch it. So now we'll see the Destroyers offense going out there with 56 seconds to work with. The ball is going to be spotted up on the 45 following the flag from Goodrich kicking that one straight out of bounds. We'll see here. It looks like Micah Huffman is the quarterback currently. Huffman claps the ball. Is going to go straight up to McGarvey. That one underthrown by about 10 yards. Where looks like they're just trying out Huffman for the one play. Martin might have been getting taped up there as he does come back out on the field. We will see, though, so far for the Destroyers this season, we've seen Jaden Hahn, Isaiah Batchelder, Tyler Shattuck, Chris Martin, now add Micah Huffman. Oh, and don't forget Devon Snowden at quarterback so far this season. So a long list of guys for the Destroyers trying to make the biggest impact at the most important position on the field. Martin with trips to his right, now back at the quarterback position, is going to rip the pass on the underneath to Micah Huffman, who is playing his now natural position at wide receiver, and that one goes through the hands. That one would have been a gigantic chunk play on the inside. Cruz Camaridis giving some vocal support from the sideline, letting him know that he's still cherished and loved by the team. 41-7 now is the score in favor of the Bombers. There's 39 seconds left here in the first half. With Bonilla in the backfield and the pistol look, it'll be a balanced formation for Martin. Checking to see where his receivers are. It's going to be a straight dive handoff for Elias. Looks like the handoff could have been cleaner between Martin and Elias, but they worked with what they got. That one turns to a TFL. As it looks like it's going to be a punt here for the Destroyers on this 4th and long. With 26 seconds to go. clock is stopped for a timeout, so we will take a short break. Potentially Bombers trying to go down and put some more points on the board. I accidentally flipped the camera there, so I was wearing my Granite State Destroyers shirt. Always got to rep the brand. 41-7 here in favor of the Bombers. 26 seconds left for the Destroyers offense. Martin is going to pitch it back to Shattuck. Shattuck looked like he was going to try to throw it at first. Is now rounding the corner and is met on the sideline hard. Their Bombers defense came right downfield and a flag comes out late. That was a huge hit. Looked at that was Jay Washington on the defensive side of things for the Bombers. Shattuck pops up and is onto the sideline. Destroyers talking to the officials. There is 16 seconds left in the first half. So it looks like officials discussing potentially unnecessary roughness, which is what it's going to be called on. Unnecessary roughness on the Bombers. Gonna bum them back a few yards. Destroyers defense getting ready to close out the half. Looks like the offense is going to be able to stay on the field there. That potentially puts them at a first down. Still trying to see what the officials called it. No hand signals from the officials to up here in the booth makes it a little hard to know what's going on exactly. From what I'm gathering of what I can see is that the Destroyers offense is going to remain, or no, the defense now. The defense has now fully come out onto the field here. Zoom out just a little bit so you can get the full picture here. Costa in the backfield with Goldsby and Buhalufa is dropping back to pass now. Is stepped up and wrapped up and brought down for a sack. Zoom back in. Destroyers able to bring Costa down. 6 seconds of play remaining in the first half. Some whistles as some more flags come out. It's going to be a timeout for the Bombers there. The ball is moved back quite a bit. We'll see what they call it after the break. Going to come back just a bit early here. Welcome back to the potential final 6 seconds of the half. 41-7 in favor of the Bombers. They're going to go with an empty look there for Costa, who's just going to heave the ball downfield. That one is not going to be caught. Flags come out late there on Christian Smith. It's going to be a pass interference penalty. Christian Smith there trying to gather himself back before the receiver was able to get underneath it. It looks like the intended target was George Smith, who already has 2 touchdowns today. Christian Smith is going to gather himself. The flags. I believe are going to be on him for that pass interference. Bumps him up to second and short. Just 15 yards added on to the spot of the ball from the last play. Is an automatic first down. So Costa here trips to his right. Is going to be an empty look. He's going to send Buhalufa out wide. Costa is just going to catch it short there on the outside. As now Boleyn tries to get upfield, steps out eventually. And that is going to leave us at halftime. So again, a 15-minute break is all we're going to take, and then we'll be right back with second half action. Thank you so much for watching the first half. We'll be right back.